My name is Tyrone Logan. Born and raised here in Pontiac, Michigan. Went to Pontiac High School, Pontiac Northern High School. Former state champion in 1988. National champion when I was 10 years old. Just all-around athlete, track and field athlete, cross-country runner. I won it in 1988. I wrestled at 105 pounds. I come from a long background family of wrestlers. All my older brothers wrestled. I come from a family of 12 kids. I'm the last boy out of 8 boys. They started out with boxing. Then my older brothers slowly got into wrestling. A Hall of Fame coach named Bill Wilson seen me running down the hallway one day, wrestling in the hallway, said, "You need to wrestle." And ever since then, all my other brothers just kind of joined in. Then when I was 8 years old, my brother just picked me up one morning and took me to a tournament in Hazel Park, and I took second place in my first tournament. Didn't only knew 2 moves, and from there, just kept on growing. My state tournament year, the whole season to me wasn't enjoyable because remember I got beat in the finals my sophomore year. I was winning 5-0 in the finals, and I got caught in the move and I got stuck. So my junior year, it was just a mission. It wasn't about winning and losses. I just wanted to get to the state finals again. It was just a greed inside me that I wasn't worrying about what was next tournament. I just wanted to get to the state finals, and I wanted to win. And that would kind of took the fun out of the season, but winning at the end was fun. But I had a real good practice squad, in Pontiac Northern. Coach John Brown and Jimmy Miller just passed. They set our practice up unique. We do our running. We come and do our drills. We got a thing called overloads. You get 5 people in each overload, and you just go. And I had a very good overload group. I had a guy, Carl Vinegar, Terrence Moore, Walter Hamilton, Keambu Jones, and me. And that corner right there, they was all good. And the year before, Carl Vinegar, Walter Hamilton, and Terrence Moore all made it to the state meet. So our 98, 105, 112, and 119 all made it to the state meet. So my overload group was I don't know if I made them good or they made me good, but we had a great core in my corner. So, it was destined for me to win a state championship. Oh, man. I'm old school wrestling. This new skinfold stuff is a little different, but I cut weight. I think I was coming from 116 pounds down to 105 pounds, and back in my day, we weighed in the day of your dual meets, and you weighed in the day of tournaments. And one thing about my squad is I always believed in making weight. I never wanted to. I go bounce up a weight class just because I don't want to make weight. I cut down to 105 pounds every day. I wrestled on Saturday, Sunday morning. Mr. Brown come back, pick me up. I'm going to the school. I'm working out Sunday all the way through until Tuesday night. I had to weigh in Tuesday at 105. I had to keep it down, weigh in again Thursday at 105, then go back on Saturday and wrestle again at 105. Then I eat good on Saturday. Sunday, I'm a fat boy again, and I start all over again. I can remember. It's clear. I wasn't nervous. I think that, everybody had jitters. I think if you don't have no jitters in your body, I don't care if it's the worst kid in the state or the best kid in your state. Because like I was saying, I've seen people get stuck by nobody before. So, I always had the jitters, but I wasn't nervous. Because remember, my freshman year, I took 4th place in the state. My sophomore year, I took 2nd. So my junior year, it was just routine. It was like, okay, I know where I'm going into. I know what I got to do. And it just wasn't jitters. It was exciting to me. I love the state championship. My brothers, you always tell me, you say you got a gift for wrestling. So when you go on the mat, you need to give a show. So it's always a show to me. But I was a very humble wrestler. When I had a kid who wasn't seated, I wouldn't beat him up. But I'll try to win the match, and I do it gracefully. But when I get on the mat in the state finals, to me, it was showtime. I wanted to give everybody in that crowd something to be like, wow, I came to see that duck under, and that duck under was going to come fast. my junior senior year was at the Kellogg Center, and my sophomore year it was at Lansing Everett, I think. And my freshman year, oh man, I don't remember. I was 14 years old. It was some big coliseum somewhere in Grand Rapids. I don't know where I was at. Aggressive. I mean, I'm an offensive guy. I never played defense. I never wanted to wait. My mentality was I'm scoring within the first 30 seconds. Every match I ever wrestled, I scored within the first 30 seconds of my matches all through high school. I never went over 30 seconds with that tying up. I want to dance out, dropping down to one knee. All that stuff wasn't for me. They blow the whistle. I'm walking forward. I'm going forward. I'm getting a takedown right now. That was just my goal. My favorite move was I was known for the duck under, and everybody in the state knew it was coming, and it was coming. And I'm going to get one on you. I will get one duck under before the match was over with. So I kind of watch people around me. Like, we joined after my first tournament, my brother joined us on a team called the Pontiac Chargers with a guy named Mr. Romero, great coach, took us in early on, and it had, he had his Romero sons was real good. I remember a guy named Dwayne Travis. He was a state runner-up for Waterford Kettering, a real good, one of my practice partners when I was little. So I watched them, and I was excited about seeing them. But when I was 7 years old, I used to go to tournaments to watch my older brother. My older brother, Danny Logan, was state champion in '77. So I went to the state championship, and I watched him. I'm like, wow, because he took fourth place in districts. He took fourth place in regionals. He went to the state meeting. He stuck everybody. He was the last seed to go in. He pinned everybody at the state championship. And I was this 7-year-old looking like, my brother's killing everybody. That's what I said. I want to do this, And I think my older brother, he probably did that. My older brother, Larry, the one who started me in wrestling, I never got to see him wrestle because I was born in 70, and he wrestled in 72 and 73. He took fourth place in state. And he the one just put me out there in the positions of doing that. But then as I got to college, I remember a guy named Chauncey Wynn from Morgan State, where I went to school at, was an outstanding wrestler from Flint, Northwestern, and I always loved John Smith. John Smith to me was just because he was an attack artist like I was. You ever watch the old John Smith when he was in college and high school? He just came after you and just kept coming. Top 5, man. All right, I say myself is number one. I still think I'm the guy. And I give you my reason why I say I'm the guy. When I was in high school, I was 197-6. I lost 6 matches in high school, but I lost 4 as a freshman. Out of my 6 losses, 4 of my 6s were to other state champs. So when I was in high school, I wrestled state champions. I wrestled 12 state champions who were state champions the same year I wrestled or end up being state champions. So I had tough matches, and I'm not knocking no kids nowadays. They don't wrestle each other. The best don't ever wrestle the best. I never see the number one this weight class wrestle the number one. If I'm at 105 and the state champion's at 112, we're in the same tournament, I went up to 112. I'm going to get the state champion. I just think that's what you're supposed to do. And nowadays they don't do that. So I still say I'm number one. I think the young kid, Davenport now, I like his style. I see a lot of similarities of what I do when he's on the attack mode, but he's more of a defensive wrestler. But when he's on attack mode, I see a lot of similarities of me. I think he's number 2. I had another nephew, never got to get to the state championship. His name is Danny Logan, my older brother's son. He was hands down killing everybody in the state. He got the district, couldn't make weight. So he beat state champions. He was real good. 4, I never got to see him wrestle, but I heard the stories about him. Is Mike Abrams, All-American, went to Grand Valley. He was real good. He was an outstanding wrestler. And number 5, I say my little nephew Adam Pope. He beat everybody up though. He was more of he should have been a boxer instead of a wrestler. Like I said, it comes from my brother. One of my older brothers was a boxer. He fought Cesar Chavez. Cesar Chavez was probably one of the best boxers that ever came out, who boxed over 100 fights, and he actually fought him. But he was a boxer, and he just decided to say, okay, I'm fighting every day. Let me go into this wrestling room. He was playing around in the hallway at the school, and Mr. Bill Wilson called him and saying, you know, you need to try this, and it just happened from there. Our family just kind of converted from boxing to wrestling, which I'm thankful for. I don't like getting hit in the face. I got a ton of nephews out there. I mean, like I said, I come from a family of 12, and you know, we all got babies, and we got a whole lot of kids. I had 3 sons of my own. They all wrestled for Pontiac High. It was pretty good. But I got a whole lot of nephews that wrestle. But since I kind of moved to the track and field scene, my nephew Adam Polk is actually running the wrestling program. So I kind of not into the room as much anymore because my other love's track and field and taking a lot of my time up. Not right now. I don't think so. Like saying right now, I coach in the track and field. I got the #1 hurdler in the country right now. I'm training that I start from scratch. When I get locked into something, I'm locked in, and I don't think I have the time to lock in to the wrestling program because wrestling is very demanding, and I'm greedy for success. So when I jump in it, I got to give it my all. So I kind of even try to stay away from the wrestling room. When I go up there and watch the youth practice and stuff, I'm out there I'll take over the practice. It's not even my practice because I get that fever for it. But I try to stay away from it. Because wrestling changed, you know, people want to wrestle all year round. You know, I was all-state in track and field. I was all-state in wrestling. I ran cross-country. I wasn't all-state, but I was, you know, I'm a grinder. I tried to win, you know. So these kids, they specialize in one sport all year long. And I don't think you need to wrestle all year long. I mean, I never wrestled all year. When the season over with, I did a little bit over the summertime, but then I'm back in the cross-country. I ran track, and I bounced to the next sport. I don't think you have to go 100% in one sport to be a great wrestler. I just think, you know, if you got it, and you got to let your body breathe and, you know, try other things. So I think I wouldn't want to do wrestling right now because they want to do it all year long, you know. So that's something I wouldn't want to just manage myself in. Even my track team, you know, I get them in the indoor season, then I break away from them for some months, then we come back. You know, wrestling now, they just go, I watch kids now, they just going all year long and don't stop. I think cross-country what made me the best wrestler that I am. I mean, that 3 miles would tell you something. When you come from a sport when you're always winning, then you go to a sport that spank you, it humbles you a little bit. You like, okay, now I got to respect this. So every day I was running them 3 miles, and them kids was running 15, 30s in the 3 mile, and I'm still coming through it in 19 minutes. I'm like, they kicking my butt. So it humbled me a little bit, but it got me in shape. And when I go back to my respective sport, I can say, okay, now I can give it back to somebody. But, you know, that's just me. So that right there stops me from wanting to go back to wrestling. But do I love wrestling? I do. Do I want to go back in there? I do. But, you know, the track and field thing is more out. I like the outdoors in the summertime. That room drives me crazy being inside.